been running too many races, unsure of myself and unconfident. But this race was different. This year was different. Roland has transformed me into a monster, and I cannot wait to see what comes of it. I was not scared at all. I didn't fear anything. I was confident. The organ between the ears was between the ears for this race. So I'm ready for the season, baby. I'm ready to go.
39 is the standard for outdoors. Glad to get that under your belt.
Yeah, I don't really care. Standard, all it was just try and win the race. And for a Rust Buster, first race of the season, that's fine. I wanted to feel good and I wanted to win. That's what I accomplished both of those today.
Why'd you open up so late?
I had stress fracture in my femur in like February, and then I had a strain, something or other, groin area, something funny, long technical word, something. So it took us a while, but when I finally got on the horse, I get going. So
What's different? You said it sounds like it's different this year.
yeah, I mean, it's just the way Mark coaches. It's like he's all there. He's fully invested in my ability to run fast. And not that Vin wasn't. Again, I owe a lot to him for everything he's done for me. But he's trying to make this sport what it is, huge and popular. And Mark's job is to make me fast and a winner. They're just two different perceptions, and Mark is what I want right now. And going down to practice, there's nothing better than to hear little bits and little compliments. And he doesn't hand them out often, so when you get one, it's huge. So I cannot wait to see what he says after this. So, I know it's only 3:39, and everyone's gonna think like, oh, he is 3:39, you can't be all that impressed. I know Centra's 3:52, 38. You know, all these guys run a lot faster, but for me, my journey's only starting, and it can only go up.
1,500.
Second.
What's next up?
Next up, probably U.S. Nationals, and that'll be in debate what event, because I mean, I haven't done a whole lot of 800 work, but that could be a good time to try it. So, I don't know, U.S. Nationals, it's like, now we can open the door, finally step out and do something. Been cleaning the house all day. Now I'm trying to get out and go be active.
End of the year, what's the focus?
End of the year, there's no pressure to do anything. That's the beauty of this season. And my only goal is to run fast, win races, and feel good. That's all I want to accomplish. And if I can accomplish one of those three, I'll be good too if I'm running the race. So I just want to run fast and get to the end of the season with no problems and a wide open eye on the next year for the next 2 years. So the Olympic cycle starts now, and I'm ready to go.
You mentioned Mark kind of doesn't give compliments out that often. What's training with him like then?
No. So it's not like he doesn't give compliments. It's like he's a good critique. Like he's very quick to adjust something he sees. And if I can do an interval and he says, "You look good," like that's enough to like get me through the end of practice. So I like trying to perform to get his approval, because it means I've done the absolute best I can do, and that's his job. So it's win-win.
How's the dynamic of your training group changed in Eugene? Russell Brown's gone to the East Coast.
No, please, can we just...
Nick's gone to another group.
Yeah, it's a little different, but it's a good different. We have a young group of guys. A lot of guys are on their way up and coming. There are a lot of guys right out of college, and so I went from like the bottom. Now I'm the older guy in the group, and it's kind of nice because being a senior in college, it was like you have to set the tone for the guys who are coming into it. And OTC is not a joke. We're serious about what we do, and I want to show that.
Who are the guys that you're primarily training with right now?
It varies, but mostly it's like 800, 400 guys, and Charles Jock, Tyler Mulder, Aaron, Evans, Haroon, Elijah. Like, those are all guys I've trained with at some point. So, you know, we're good support to one another. So it's great to be kind of like, it's good to feel like that team again. It's something I felt like I missed, and we're definitely building that atmosphere.
Did you do altitude training in Flagstaff?
What's that?
You did some altitude training in Flagstaff?
I did, yeah.
You done that before?
No, that was a whole new world. Like, literally, it's a world up there. And it was like one run became like a whole day of rest. So I can now see it works. Like, I came down from altitude and I was running like 26, 25s. It's just like, no problem. And so I'll probably end up doing that and incorporating that in my training more often, but you can't expect to run the same times up there. I figured that one out very painfully.
How long did you spend up there?
We spent about a month. which is a long time for me, and it was well worth it. Well worth it.
Glad to have you back.
I'm
Congratulations.
so glad to be back. Thank you guys.
So what year was you in 331?
I don't remember. It's so long ago. 2010.
Yeah, so what are you? What's been injuries? Like what's been the? You said 3 years. So what do you think's happened since then for your mindset or?
Yeah. The thing that's changed is in my head. I mean, I'm fit. I can always be fit, but when you get to that point in a race where you feel your body hurting, the difference is telling yourself to keep going rather than giving up. And last couple of years, I felt the pressure of that 330. I felt like that was hindering. As the only thing I was representing was a time I ran 4 years ago, and I couldn't live up to it. And it took talking to Coach Rowe and Jimmy Rad and a few other guys. It's just like, that was 4 years ago. People change, completely different change in 4 years, and that's what happened to me. I'm a different person. Like the confidence, the brain I have in this head is different from what I had 4 years ago. It was very naive 4 years ago. I didn't know what I was doing. I was just running. Now it's like I know what I'm capable of. I believe what I can do, and I want to show everybody. So very different.
If you could run 330 with the old rank, what do you think the new rank can run?
I don't see why an American record isn't on the table. I've always seen it there. It's just been pushing further and further away, and starting to pull it a little closer now. So, but again, 338. Can't start talking like that. You just gotta be like, I won the race. I'm happy. And just gotta move on.
All right, good luck in Nashville.
Thanks.